Hi, Madeline Lowry, Certified MAP Method Practitioner. I wanted to review the MAP for Sensitivities program with you and give you a brief walkthrough. Now, the way that this program has been administered has changed. This program used to come bundled with live sessions. So first, let me say that now we are on two technology platforms. The MAP programs are on one technology platform. They're being administered through MemberSpace, and sessions with me, what we call live sessions, which are live over Zoom, are scheduled using the book an appointment button, which is to the online scheduler. So when you register for the MAP for Sensitivities program, you will get a little pop-up on this page that allows you to set a password, right? Set up your credentials, your login credentials. And then you can either bookmark the page, or when you visit our website, you will notice a little button, kind of a floating button here on the lower right that says login. And you can log in from any page on our website as well. So this is the MAP for Sensitivities program. It starts with an overview, a little bit of an introduction to the program. We have some steps for getting started. And the main one I want to talk about is that before you can start the program, or rather before you can start week 1 activities, you must be initiated to the MAP method. So the recorded MAP sessions in the program will not work for you unless you have been initiated to the MAP method. And that just means that you do your first introductory session with a practitioner like myself, or you utilize the MAP introduction program. So I do recommend doing the introductory session, which is a live session, a 1-hour session, because if you are new to the MAP method, I really want you to have the experience of what a live session is like. Live sessions are the gold standard. Live one-on-one sessions, I would say, are the gold standard. These are more effective and obviously more personalized than a recorded session can be, and even more, effective than, say, a group session. So with live MAP sessions, your first live MAP session, we will not only initiate you to the MAP method, but we will begin working on your first subject. This is usually an emotional subject, something, either a memory, a fear, a phobia, a trigger that causes anxiety, or something similar where there's some emotional intensity to the memory. And we do this because I want you to be able to sense for yourself that there has been a shift emotionally around that memory, around that topic, from the beginning to the end of the session in 1 hour. Like I said, the rewiring process happens in the session. When we work on emotional topics, you can observe this directly yourself. When we work on other kinds of topics like physical symptoms, the results of any one session are, less tangible, right? They're not easy to grasp, what effect it has had on you. So that's why we always start with the emotional topics, so that you and I have confidence that this method is going to work for you. Anyway, so I do recommend doing the live session, but sometimes uh, if it's going to take some time to be able to find an appointment, then the MAP introduction is another way so that you can get started quicker. Okay, so so that was the getting started part. Then you will learn some basic concepts. So while you are waiting to have your introductory session, if you have not worked with MAP before, then you can review the basic concepts section. There's a video and some written materials, other resources. All of that can be done before you've been initiated to the method. Once you've had your MAP initiation completed, then you can begin week 1 activities. So each week is organized in the same way. There's kind of this top part here that describes the objectives for the week, tells you what the activities are, and the key concepts. On the left-hand side, so below that, you will find two columns. On the left-hand side are all the required activities for week one. In this case, it includes 3 map sessions: emotions, beliefs, and symptoms. On the right side, the right-hand column, you will find additional information and additional resources that you can use as much or as little as you would like. And then here's a little feedback form, which you can come and utilize whenever you would like. In any week, you could kind of scroll back here. If you have a technical question, if you have any kind of question, or if you have feedback, go ahead and fill out the form and send that. Now, in terms of scheduling live map sessions, like I said, these programs used to come bundled with 160 and 190-minute map session. This is not the case any longer. However, I do recommend utilizing at least 1 or 2 map sessions, live map sessions during the course of your program. Because, like I said, in live map sessions, we can work with things that are very individual to you and may not be covered with the sessions that are provided. Also, if you are working through a particular topic or a memory with the sessions that are provided here in the program, and you find that the emotional intensity is just not going down, you're stuck at a 4, or maybe 4 or 3 or something higher than that, and it's just not coming down with the recorded sessions, that is something you should bring to a live session. So you can schedule online. Typically after the first session, the 60-minute session, we work in 90-minute sessions. But you're free to choose. You can schedule online either by using this button or this book an appointment button, which is always available. Week 2 is organized very similarly to week 1. There's an overview. There's the introduction to the fourth. There are 4 core map sessions in this program, and this is number 4. You had the first 3 in week 1. And other instruction about how to reintroduce those things you've become sensitive to. On the right-hand column, again, review of some core concepts and some additional resources that you can use. In week 3, again, we have the overview. You find the activities this week do not include a recorded map session. However, you will still be doing map sessions in week 3 and in week 4. These other activities are in addition to those recorded map sessions. So where are the map sessions? They are from weeks 1 and 2. There are 4 core map sessions in the program. Emotions, beliefs, and symptoms were in week 1. Tolerance was in week 2. In week 3, you will go back to whichever one of those sessions you feel is most effective for you or most appropriate for what you need to work with. And you will do 3 recorded map sessions this week as well. Again, we have some supplementary material in the right-hand column. Week 4, similar to week 3, you will do 3 recorded map sessions. However, they are from those, core sessions in weeks 1 and 2. So go ahead and go back to those. Here is the required activities. On the left side, on the right side, we have the recommended but optional activities. Okay, so that is a brief overview of the program. So I wanted to actually point out a couple of things. So one cycle of the program is intended to take 4 weeks. However, some people will want to work a little quicker and some people will want to take it slower, and that is perfectly fine as long as you do the activities in the order that they are listed. So don't start week 2 activities before you've completed week 1, for example. By the end of the program, you will have done 12 recorded map sessions. And you will have completed 1 full cycle at that point. By that point, you will have reintroduced at least 1 item, 1 sensitivity item. Now, you are welcome to do as many cycles through the program as you would like during your access period. But I do want to emphasize that you will not need to do a cycle, a 4-week cycle, for every item that you are sensitive to. So what we find is that once you have reintroduced the first item, let's say it's a food item, let's say you picked something to work with like dairy. Once you reintroduce that food item, and there's some coaching in the program about how to choose that first item to work with, that is just a training tool to retrain the brain to having more tolerance, not only for that food, but for all foods. And not only for foods, but for all things that it has become sensitized to. So you may find that after you're able to successfully reintroduce the dairy, for example, that you will find that there are other food items that you will be able to bring back into the diet without any further training, right? Consuming other food items will be symptom-free as well once you've accomplished successfully reintroducing the first food item. So I really want to make sure people understand this, because most of my clients have many food sensitivities. Their diets are quite restricted. So you will not be doing this over and over again for each food item. And like I said, you will notice that the effects also seem to extend out to other classes of sensitivity, whether it's chemical sensitivities or environmental irritants or something else. It just seems that as we train the brain back to tolerance, that we train it for all things, not just the specific item that we are training with. So I hope that's clear. Now, for people who want to use the program with their children, I do recommend that the parents do at least, or the parent does at least 1 cycle through the program first on their own. And then once they have been through the full program once, they can have their children utilize the program sessions, the program, the program, the flow of the program, in a supervised fashion. So the parent will supervise the teens or the mature children who want to use the program or would benefit from the program. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the pros and cons of live versus recorded sessions. So in this program, as I've said, there are 4 core sessions. They are meant to be used repeatedly. Each time you do the session, for example, on emotions, you will be using a different subject. So they are generic enough that they can be used again and again. You bring a subject to the session and you work through it. So whether it's emotions, beliefs, symptoms, or tolerance, you can, these sessions are meant to be used over and over again. So that's a pro for recorded sessions. Live sessions are better in this, that they are more specific. They are absolutely customized and personalized to exactly what is present in your subconscious mind. We are following your subconscious mind. And with each round of instruction, as your subconscious mind starts to reveal its programming, we are following that thread. And so that is different than a recorded session like the ones in this program, where it's a logical sequence of instruction. right? It's not customized, obviously. It is more generic. Um, but the great advantage, of course, of recorded sessions is that you can use them whenever, you can use them wherever, and you can utilize these sessions repeatedly. So we do recommend 3 sessions a week, but you could take that up to 1 session a day. That's the maximum. I do not recommend more than 1 session per day. We don't want to overwhelm the subconscious mind. Um, so for the person who wants to utilize or engage with the program in a deeper way, that is absolutely possible. So I hope I have answered your questions about the Map for Sensitivities program. If you have any more questions that I have not addressed, please click on the contact page and you can send me an email. Thanks.